Hey everyone, it's me Divine Pegasi here, and today I'm going to show you how to build my new and updated AFK mob grinder. As you can see here, as you can tell, it works for pretty much any kind of mob. I have pigs, skeletons, spiders, and blazes, that one died, and also enderman in there, and it works really well. It's a pretty simple design that I've seen a lot of people use, and I kind of made my own version. You can also turn this into a dropper grinder, but I just have it as a drowner for an aesthetic purpose. As you can tell, I kind of like to keep things on my island very compact or organized, so that's why I have a drowner. It works really well. I didn't put any of these items in here. So basically how I have it set up is it is a giant box. Basically the water from the edges pushes the mobs in towards the middle, where then they're pushed down into this drowning area where I have set up. So basically I have my minions set up on top of these signs. The signs act as a purpose to make them have the perfect layout. It still collects stuff whenever you're offline, and this can be used as an AFK grinder just like my other one, because I have set up an AFK pool here, which I will show you how to build. And so you can AFK on Skyblock while getting items. However, I just want to put a disclaimer: the items dropped by the mobs don't add to your collection. Even if they did, that would be bannable. The mob drops can still be used to craft I don't know, enchanted bones, as you would. Like, you see how it's not common like that where you kill it yourself? You can still use these regular bones dropped by them to craft as you would. I just want to state one more thing: you do have to be online in your island for this to work, otherwise the mobs won't spawn from the minions. That's why I made an AFK pool, which I'll show you in the tutorial. Before I show you how to build this, make sure to hit subscribe. I'm trying to hit 4K, my goal eventually, YT rank, which is kind of far away. But feel free to subscribe, and yeah, let me show you how to build it. The blocks you're going to need is any kind of block you want to build with. I'm going to be using stone bricks and iron blocks to demonstrate, because you can kind of see the outline better. You're going to need glass, you're going to need a bunch of water, a bunch of signs. I'm going to use creeper heads to model my minions since I'm not on Skyblock, obviously. Hoppers, slabs, and chests. And basically what I'm going to be building is a drowning grinder. You guys can do a dropper if you want. I just don't do that because it's kind of annoying to build. You have to use like mushroom soup in order to fly down or up or whatever. So say this is your island, okay? You're going to want to build your dropper over here. So what I'm going to do first is I will build my chests first. You can use trap chests to put them next to each other if you didn't know. You're going to put hoppers on top of those. Shift while you do it so they can link into the chest. And then that would be below the level you're standing on, obviously. Put slabs over the hoppers. That just makes it so that whenever we wall this part off, as you can see from what I'm doing, the mobs won't be able to hit you since it doesn't give them enough space under here. Wait, here, like this. So yeah, they can't really hit you. You can hit them though if you want. And then from here, we're gonna build about 5 blocks up total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get rid of that layer. Whoops. And then that'll give you enough room if you're making a drowning farm. Like I said, you can turn this into a dropper, and you can put glass in the front if you want. It's totally up to you. You want to make this part go back. You want to make this go back 5 blocks. I'm going to start using iron so you can count the outlines. So 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then from here, you're going to want to make it wall up by 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Same thing with the other side. And then you're going to want to close off this area. Okay, then what you're going to want to do is from these 5 blocks, you want to extend this block out by 8 blocks, or 7 blocks, so that it's 8 blocks total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Once you have that out, it's 5 by 8 like I said. You want to extend this out and just make a border around that area. Okay, then you're going to want to build up 1 block on the border that we just made. Okay, once you have that, you can make your... Here, let's actually make this up a bit like that. And then we can put some more glass if you want. And then once you have that, you're going to want to make the glass wall above. So I recommend making this like at least 4 blocks tall. Probably go for 5 if you want to be safe. If you aren't using spiders and blazes, you can keep the top open. But if you are going to use spiders and blazes, you got to keep the top closed. Otherwise, they're going to fly out. And I have an intimidation talisman on Skyblock, which makes it where the mobs don't attack you. But there's a bug right now of spiders and blazes that still make them aggravated. So Until Intimidation Talisman is fixed, I have to keep my roof closed. If you have access to Magical Mushroom Stew, it basically allows you to fly around on your island for 2 minutes. I highly recommend using that whenever building this. It'll make your life 10 times easier. Also, that's what you can use to build a dropper. But like I said, I like the drowner because it's more aesthetic. It fits in my island. So there we go. We have the wall set up. Now we're going to start adding the water. So to add water, you want to add it to the edges of all on the side. And if you if you built this correctly, the water should stop flowing on the very end, so you don't have to add any signs. Okay, so it seems like I accidentally made this one block over. Just ignore this mistake. I'm kind of dumb sometimes. And then you're going to want to add water down here, which pushes them. So add 2 blocks along that wall. As you can see, the water does flow downwards. You don't want that happening, so you're going to put a sign right here and right here because they're going to be able to swim up. And then down here for the drowner, if you're choosing to do that like me, you're going to put it up here where there's 1 block in between the top and the bottom. Make sure it's like still water, it's not flowing up or down. And this way, whenever they get down here, they're submerged under 3.5 blocks of water. Okay, for the next part, we're going to start putting signs. Actually, you probably could put this before you put the water because it's going to be kind of annoying. But you're going to put signs along the walls. From here, you're going to want to... I think on Hypixel Skyblock, you can just right-click it. But since I'm on a vanilla thing, you're going to want to shift, right-click, shift, right-click, shift, right-click. Basically, this allows you to like place your minions on top of it. Also, sometimes if you build too high vertical with minions, if you stack them a ton, they're gonna be like, it's not the ideal layout, and so the signs will fix that. By the way, if you guys have any problems at all while making this grinder, just let me know in the comments. I will try my best to respond as fast as I can and help you out. You can also leave your in-game name in the chat, or sorry, comment, and I will hop on your island to check it out. Just make sure you have visiting enabled so that I can help you. I have my island visiting on at all times, so if you're having trouble with the grinder, feel free to just /visit Divine Pegasi, and then you will be able to check out my grinder for yourself. I just want to state that if you see the macro key binding loaded thing in chat, I don't have like a auto clicker macro or anything. They're text macros. I don't even really use them on Hypixel. As you can tell, most of them are binded from Mindpux commands, so if there's like a staff member, please don't ban me. They're not able to be used for my advantage, and I don't really spam with them or do anything harmful. So yeah, just want to get that out of the way because I know some people are going to be like, oh Divine, what are those macro key things being loaded in? So yeah. Okay, once you have your sign set up, there should be like 5 rows if you did it correctly. You're going to want to put up your minions. So what you're going to do is you're going to come over here. You're going to put the minion 2 blocks out from this wall. And then in the middle row, okay, well, if you're on Hypixel Skyblock, it's placeable, but because these are creeper heads, it's being stupid. Let me see if I can do it like this. Yeah, okay, so you might have to shift and put it on there, I think. You can make this 1 layer up like this, and then place it against this block. And if you have minion storages, you can also add them next to each other. You're gonna shift and put it on that sign, and it goes to that minion. Same thing with this one, it goes to that one. If you're like me, you can add another minion over here. Same thing, you can also add another one on top if you wanted to. And then just like that, you can also still add the storage. But like I said, if you want to use magma cubes, I kind of don't recommend this, but if you want to, just make this area 3x3 so they can fit. Otherwise, they're going to fall through the world. Spawn a ton of those. Suckers. Sorry, PETA, don't report me, thanks. But yeah, the spiders can climb up the glass, so if you're on Skyblock, you want to cover this up. And to access your minions afterwards, I definitely recommend Magical Soup. Or if you have your top open, you can just stand up here, jump down, right-click them, and then jump back up and leave. And it's pretty simple. So now we're down to the dropper. As you can tell, they are drowning. I know a lot of people prefer a dropper because it's instant death, but it takes up a lot of space, I feel like. If your mobs aren't drowning, either you didn't put the water high enough or you need to give them some time. So as you can see, the spiders are drowning. Everything that they drop goes into these chests. As you can see, you can make like a little chest room to access it. And then of course, if you want to AFK while using this grinder only works if you're online in Skyblock and your island. So you're going to want to make an AFK pool. With school starting back, you could definitely AFK all day in this grinder, in this AFK pool while you're at school. And then when you come home, you can take all your stuff. So you're going to need stone bricks, or you're going to need stairs, you're going to need blocks, and then a sign and water. So you make this 5x5 little outline, put a block in the middle, put a stair facing left whenever you look at it this way. And then you're going to want to put some blocks here. And then put a sign to the left and up one of the stair. And then put water here. And then if you want extra AFK protection, whatever, add a fence block to this corner. Delete that block so that whenever you go over it, it makes you jump. I'm not touching anything. Oh, okay, wait. You want to make these blocks higher though, so you don't jump out. But yeah, I'm not touching anything on my keyboard. As you can see from my keystrokes mod, it works perfectly, this AFK pool. You just want to sit in that while your mobs are spawning. Keep in mind though that Skyblock does have some like random restarts for updates or whatever, so if you get kicked in the lobby, it's probably because of that, not because the AFK pool isn't working. Oh yeah, if you are making a dropper though, just extend this like by like a billion blocks down. Or like at least I think a 30 block dropper would kill them, I believe. And then at the bottom just have hoppers. You don't need water for that because they're gonna die instantly. I'm sure you guys can figure that out on your own. You guys are pretty smart, right? I mean, this is the generation of Fortnite kids. Okay, so we're gonna hop back on my island. Oh, by the way, you guys should totally watch my Skyblock parody of Old Town Road. It has 1,000 views right now. We should get it some more. It's really good. I'll have a link in the description. But here's my dropper. As you can see, I have Enderman minions. I have blazes. They are dying, and the drops go down. They don't fly out because I have a roof covering. But here we go. This chest is full. This is from this morning and a little bit of last night. The amount of drops you get, it might not be as much as mine depending on how many minions you have, because as you can see, I have 8 minions. So yeah, and then what I have set up is my areas. I kind of made it more aesthetic to fit in with my island, I guess. But you come down on the right, we have the AFK pool, which I can sit in. On the left, if you go down, we have a chest room set up, and you can access these chests. Like I said, it works for Enderman. As you see, they're drowning in there, going down, dying. And yeah, you can honestly stack the minions up as high as you want. It's just personal preference and convenience. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this grinder video. If you did, make sure to leave a like. Let's try and get 100 likes. My last video got 300 likes, but I mean, it has 14,000 views. But thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe, watch my Old Town Road parody, and if you want to join my Discord, there's a link for that in my description as well.